I remember the exact moment my heart went cold. The wedding was 2 weeks away. Guests had booked flights, deposits were paid, and everyone expected me to stand at that altar. But as she laughed in the kitchen, phone in hand, she didn't know I was behind her. She didn't know I saw the video. She didn't know that everything I thought I knew about her had just been ripped to shreds. The video was from her bachelorette party, a secret recording passed to me by someone who decided I deserved the truth. I watched her on that screen, my bride-to-be, doing things that killed every memory we had built. She wasn't drunk, she wasn't forced, she was smiling, leading, enjoying. In that moment, I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. I simply set the phone down and walked out of the room, leaving her in her bubble of lies. We met in college. She had fire in her eyes, ambition in her smile. I loved that about her. She said she loved me because I was steady, dependable, the kind of man who thought 10 steps ahead. She used to tell her friends, "He's my safe place." Maybe that's why the betrayal cut so deep, because I gave her safety, and in return, she gave me a nightmare disguised as love. The signs had been there. Late-night whispers with her friends. Jokes that died when I entered the room. The way she looked at me after that party, guilty but smug, like she believed secrets could stay buried forever. But secrets don't stay buried. Not with me. The moment I confirmed the truth, my mindset shifted. I wasn't the broken fiancé. I was the executioner who had just discovered his weapon. My first step was silence. I acted normal, smiled at her, kissed her cheek, talked about honeymoon plans. She thought I was blind. She thought she'd fooled me. But while she was choosing flower arrangements, I was quietly pulling strings. I called the venue, canceled under her name, non-refundable. I called the caterer, the photographer, the band, all gone. I locked our joint account, funneled the remaining balance into a separate account she couldn't touch. Every bill, every deposit, tied back to her. By the time she noticed, she wouldn't just lose me, she'd drown in the fallout. The night before the wedding, I disappeared. I packed nothing but the essentials and drove until the city was behind me. No note, no call, just absence. She woke up expecting a groom. What she got was silence and a wall of financial ruin. The guests arrived to a canceled wedding. Her family asked questions she couldn't answer. She tried to reach me, calls, texts, emails. I never replied. But my silence wasn't the worst part. The worst part came when I sent the video. Not to her, to her parents, to her maid of honor, to her boss. Everyone who looked at her as perfect, polished, pure. The truth spread faster than she could bury it. She tried to claim it was a mistake, that she was drunk, that she was pressured. But the recording said otherwise, and so did her laughter in it. Her reputation burned in real time, and I didn't need to lift a finger. I just let the truth do its work. Weeks later, she finally tracked me down. She found me at a small cafe, sitting alone, calm as ever. She stormed in, mascara streaked, eyes hollow, a shadow of the woman who once thought she was untouchable. "You ruined me," she spat. I looked her in the eye and said, "No, you ruined yourself. I just showed the world who you really are." Her voice cracked. "Why didn't you just leave? Why destroy me?" I leaned forward, my tone steady. "Because you didn't just cheat. You humiliated me. And I don't forgive humiliation." She broke right there in that cafe, shaking, sobbing, while people watched. I stood, placed a few bills on the table, and walked out. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. Now, months later, I live in peace. No rings, no lies, no shadows lurking behind my back. She lost her job, her friends, her respect. Last I heard, she moved out of state, trying to start over where no one knows her name. Me? I'm fine. Stronger, sharper, untouchable. They say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe they're right. But it doesn't need to heal. It only needs to balance the scales. And when I remember her face in that cafe, crumbling under the weight of her own betrayal, I know the scales are balanced. I was supposed to be her safe place. Instead, I became her reckoning. And I have no regrets.